Welcome to Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Our guest, Steve Preston. He is the city manager for the city of San Gabriel, which actually has played and continues to play an historic role in the life of Los Angeles. Explain that role and bring us to the 21st century, because there's some interesting updates.
Well, thank you, Brad. That's a great introduction. San Gabriel is a remarkable community on the landscape.
Right.
It dates back to 1771, which means it's actually 10 years older than the city of Los Angeles.
Right.
So the popular expression among the locals is that it's the birthplace of the Los Angeles region.
Right.
The 11 families, the Pobladores, that ultimately settled Los Angeles, started their journey at the San Gabriel Mission. And each year, the descendants of those families reenact that tradition. They walk the 12 miles from the San Gabriel Mission to the plaza at Olvera Street and sort of recreate the founding of Los Angeles.
And let's move to the 21st century, though, because I know that through a construction project that feels very 21st century, we've actually gone back in time and found some artifacts that just are mind-boggling.
The Alameda Corridor East project, one of the largest construction projects in the country, but one that most of us might not be aware of simply because it's going to lower a freight rail line 25 feet into a trench.
Very esoteric, right?
For a community like San Gabriel, it's huge because the railroad track bisects our city, and it's posed a matter of safety concern for years that the city could literally be cut in half if a disaster were to occur. But this project, which altogether is on the neighborhood of a $1.5 billion project, $450 million of it planned for expenditure in the city of San Gabriel, is going to give us safety, it's going to give us jobs, it's going to preserve a significant number of historic artifacts.
And that's the key. Tell us about that. That's the fun stuff.
As part of that project, they've hired a team of archaeologists and anthropologists who've sort of studied the history of the area around the railroad tracks, and they have excavated over the course of a year plus more than 27,000 artifacts that tell the story of early Southern California history.
And I've seen some of the artifacts, and they are just magnificent. And what a gift that through a modern innovation, we can look back and see how California was in the 18th century.
Absolutely, and then the latest twist is that they've just uncovered and relocated a 300,000-pound segment of the original Chapman Mill Race, the 1820s agricultural aqueduct system, reinstalled it in Plaza Park, and so as the result of this amazing project, we're now getting to relive our history all over again.
And what's even more amazing is in the midst of all of this, San Gabriel has been named a top 5 business-friendly city among small cities in Los Angeles County. Congratulations. How'd you do it?
Well, we did it in part by a process that engaged all of our community, and most importantly, the business community that uses the services at City Hall. We started with the idea that we should have a process that we developed a tagline for: simple, smooth, and solved. And while that tagline is just 3 words, it's the reflection of a process that went on over a year and a half, engaged more than 100 of our community's business leaders in roundtable discussions with our staff to decide how we could be more effective at providing solutions to our business community in all facets. It's not simply things like permit streamlining or business attraction or retention. It's the whole series of services that we provide as a city.
And what does this honor mean to the city?
It's huge. It's a sign that San Gabriel is very much a community of the 21st century.
With 18th century artifacts.
As much as it's a place of history, it's also a place of the future. It's a good place for investment. It is the epicenter of the amazing emergence of Asian Pacific Islander culture in Southern California. The best restaurants in Southern California.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
You're a good man. I want to thank you for joining us, and congratulations on so many levels.
Thank you.
His name is Steve Preston, City Manager of San Gabriel. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.